This is part 4 in my series discussing the horizon and the determining factors that cause its position. We're going to review various measurements to multiple horizons and discuss the various conditions. But first, I'd like to correct myself. I misquoted a NASA paper and said that the horizon became indefinite at 1,000 meters. I was going off memory, it's actually 3,000 meters, which is a couple miles approximately. But the fact still stands, you're not going to get accurate measurements to a horizon at cruising altitude on passenger planes. So for starters, we're going to discuss some measurements made by super baller Jesse Gordan. If you'd like to see his videos in full, you can find them on his YouTube channel, From Jesse. So this is measurement number 1, which you see here was done on a cool, breezy day. Let's check it out.
It's a cool, slightly breezy day. And I've got the crosshairs set pretty much at eye level, straight out. And you can see eye level on the far shore is just about as high as I am off the water here.
So he's got his theodolite leveled out at 0. So that's basically the same as looking through an auto level. So wherever his crosshairs are at any given distance represents the same height as his instrument. And you heard him say that eye level is about the same height above the water as he is on his side. So I wanted to point out that on a globe, if that's 4 or 5 miles away, it should be 10 or 15 foot of drop between the crosshairs and his eye level. That's not really what I'm trying to show here, but I figured I'd point that out. But take a mental picture of the windows to the lighthouse and the doors to the other houses. And let's check out some other ones and see what we can compare. So number 2 is to the same lighthouse on a warm, calm day.
I've got the theodolite set to basically straight out eye level. I'm about 4 feet above the water, roughly, I think. And out there is the new Dungeness Lighthouse, and it's entirely above eye level. And it hardly even looks distorted. All that land, everything appears above eye level.
Assuming that his instrument's working properly, and I can back this up, I've seen this phenomena probably more often than people think, but that puts the water higher than his eye level. So the whole image is refracted upwards. So the water's refracted up above his eye line, but look what we see. Look at the windows to the lighthouse now, and look at the door to the building next to the lighthouse. And take another mental picture, and we will compare them here shortly. Let's look at a third example.
I've got this just a couple feet above the water, maybe 3 feet, as close as I can get it. So I've got this theodolite set about straight and level, and that ship is above eye level. See, I've got the theodolite set to straight and level, well within 3 arc seconds. And because of refraction, not only is the horizon above eye level, the ship is actually appearing above eye level.
So here's that ship zoomed in. This is another horizon above eye level, and we're starting to see a common theme. Like the bottom of the ship appears to be missing. I could hear Brenda now. Where's the bottom of the ship, Brian? Where'd the bottom of the ship go, huh? But we're not going to jump to any conclusions. Let's look at some more.
Probably 20 inches above the water. Tide's coming in, so I haven't got long. And I've got my tripod sitting nice and squat, right down as close as it'll go. I have my theodolite set up here, and I'm measuring the angle to the surface of the water. So I can put my crosshairs right at top of the water. And look at that, it's 3 to 4 arc minutes above eye level. So the water level is appearing 3 to 4 arc minutes above eye level.
So let's look at these side by side. Up top is the cool breezy day with the crosshairs at the same height as him, which we already showed how that can't work on a globe. And on the bottom, we've got the horizon above the eye level crosshairs. So we're going to take a closer look at each building and compare them individually. But in general, on the bottom image with the water horizon risen up above eye level, it's obvious that we have apparent obstruction. So we'll take the main lighthouse building and we'll pencil in the normal shape of it, and we see the bottom of it just above the crosshairs, which is pretty close to what we've seen on the cold breezy day. So I'll do the same thing with this one. I'll pencil in about the original shape. So if them crosshairs are 4 foot above the water level, then the bottom of them buildings are about 7 or 8 feet above water level, which is about what we'd expect. So the main thing we're seeing here is the water is refracting up. The lighthouses aren't changing very much in location compared to the water. The water is doing the obstructing, and it's obviously refraction. So I'm going to make a bold claim based on years of observation and reviewing other people's observations, because in my area, when I look through my auto level, this is about what I see. Is the crosshair sitting right on the horizon or just below the horizon? But on days where the crosshairs are sitting right on the horizon and there's no miraging going on, we get no obstruction. And that's not very common because there's usually miraging or crazy types of refraction going on. But I repeat, on days where the crosshairs are sitting right on the water horizon are days with no obstruction, as far as you can see. Now, I tried to tell these globers way back, a long time ago, that the horizon appears above the crosshairs often, and they denied it. It wasn't until one of their own and one of their surveyors named Jesse Kozlowski went out with Tim Osmand that others took a deeper look at it and realized that it was true. And I'm going to play a clip from them having a discussion about the horizon appearing above crosshairs.
What would you think if you took an auto level out and looked through the scope, but the auto level scope is below the water horizon? What would you think of that?
I doubt that it ever would be. I doubt that it ever would be.
Well, about 5-6 foot it was.
Sorry, you're saying the horizon is below the horizontal, which is what you'd expect?
No, he said the crosshairs of the auto level was below the horizon.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, sorry. Right. Okay, that is a bit weird. Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
threw us off completely. It's really weird to me to think that you're 6 foot off the water or so, and that you can have a level scope and look through the scope, and basically the Great Salt Lake has been, loomed up a good amount, and it's covering part of the mountain. Like it threw me for a loop.
Can end up with conditions where you have high refraction, where things will loom up in the background, and that water horizon will rise above the crosshair. I've seen that plenty of times.
I doubt that it ever would be.
I've seen that plenty of times.
That was resident Glober of old, George Nawchak, rest in peace. But when he heard from people like me and Rocky Life, when we told him the horizon appeared above eye level, he denied it. But then when he heard it from Tim Osmand and Jesse Kozlowski, he decided to go out and get a theodolite and do his own observations. And then he all of a sudden's claiming, yeah, it happens all the time. So if you're wondering what's playing in the background, that is a light just a couple inches above a calm pond surface. And at just 400 feet distance, when he gets down to half an inch in observer height, the light disappears because he loses angle. There's not enough information can be squeezed in that tiny bit of space. And that is work from Life Short. He's got some amazing videos. He breaks down the mathematics. But the more we observe and the more we learn about reality, the more it's turning around biting these globe defenders in the ass. But yet again, this video is getting kind of long. I'm going to have to cut it short and do one more on the horizon. And I'm going to go over these images you're seeing in the background. So please thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to be sure to see the next one.